In news that shouldn't come as any shock to anybody, Dr. Disrespect's former development studio Midnight Society has confirmed that they are shutting down. Earlier this week, we saw LinkedIn posts from former employees basically saying the studio has run out of money. They showed up one day and were told to go home. Now, this is obviously on the heels of the whole Dr. Disrespect being removed from the company situation last year, after confirmations came out that he was banned from Twitch for allegedly, we have to say that word here, inappropriately messaging minors. Even though that came from Doc's own words, him editing the tweet multiple times last year, and all of that weird drama caused Midnight Society to cut ties. And obviously, like, everybody with a fucking brain knew as soon as that happened, the game was dead. But I actually thought the game was going to make it through to launch and then nobody would care because of the whole situation with Doc not being attached to the project anymore. But they're actually just out of money now. Last year, they went through a round of significant layoffs, and at the time, people were like, oh yeah, they're definitely having money troubles, and now the entire studio has shut down. This is after raising over $11 million from two different venture capitalist firms back in 2023. I can't fucking fathom not being able to develop a video game with $11 million. I understand the whole Dr. Disrespect situation definitely put a hindrance on the studio, but realistically, that was only 5 months ago. If you were so low on funds back then that you had to go through a round of layoffs and then only 5 months later, you're completely out of money, chances are this project has been mismanaged from the jump. Because on top of that $11.1 million in venture capitalist money, remember, they also sold a bunch of people NFTs, little avatars that are tied to founders passes that you purchase to be able to play the game and go through the rounds of testing. Yes, even I have a Sierra Viper 2 NFT, which was worthless before. Now it's totally useless. I mean, unless I can transfer this to another game, right? That was always the crypto bro thing. Like, well, you could use this in other games. You could take these cosmetics and use it. No, I'm just fucked. Now, I've been tweeting about this situation, and I've had people chime in by saying like, hey, 3 years, 50 employees, $11 million isn't really that much money. And to their credit, they're actually not wrong. But what kind of industry state are we in where $11 million in funding can't provide a product? And also, like everything else, timelines are important. We got to keep in mind the seed rounds or the venture capitalist funding came in 2023. I believe the studio opened in early 2022 or late 2021. So not only was it 11.1 million in funding in 2023, they also sold the NFTs. I have no idea how much they made on that. As far as I'm aware, it was around 10,000 holders of these now worthless avatar crypto things. But most likely Doc put in some of his own money along with like Robert Bowling and whoever like the studio founders were. They had to pay these people for the first like year and a half of work. So we're probably looking at around 12 to 13 million dollars in total money spent for nothing. And even Dr. Disrespect has come out and said that the entire thing was completely mishandled when they basically cut ties publicly with Doc during all of that drama.
But yeah, the studio closed down today. So now I could pretty much just fucking tell you that it was handled extremely poorly by leadership. The situation handled it fucking extremely poorly, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That tweet that weekend, that tweet should have never gone out. It was never approved by me. They said, oh, after fully investigating whatever. They didn't fucking investigate nothing, right? I could say all this shit now. They handled it. They mishandled it, and I think all those developers, those poor developers, man, good people. They know it too. They knew it.
I thought the entire situation was fucking weird. Doc puts out this huge post, has the word minor in it, then edits it out, then edits it back in, then edits it out, and then tries to pull some brain-headed like, oh my God, I said the word minor just to bait the journalist. It was an entirely like mental breakdown level fucking situation. At the end of the day, I don't care about all of that. What I care about are the 10,000 people that spent money to get access to a game that they no longer have access to. to back a studio that they believed was going to make this extraction shooter, this vertical extraction shooter, that are now left with nothing. And I'm wondering and thinking back to posts from 2023 when they secured that bag. You know, the posts where they're throwing these extravagant events, inviting content creators out? Yeah, that could have been money well spent on actual fucking development. You know, the post where they show off the car racing portion of the game, a portion that, again, was never ever scoped out or even discussed when they first opened the tiers for people to purchase. Now there's just a car combat mode. That's definitely what I expect in my extraction shooters. At the beginning, when I first jumped into this project, I said, you know what? It's all white box. There's no materials anywhere. It's a very early concept. I actually respect it. However, I'm gonna wait a little bit and see where this goes. I jumped in a few times after that to see the art passes, to see the updates in the gameplay. And from everything I was seeing, the progression was actually happening. They were developing it and it was coming along. It was going to take years to get to the point where I think anybody would really want to play it. And truthfully, a lot of the time playing it was just spent going, well, this sucks, but I get it. And now we're not even going to be able to see what that vision fully realized is going to be. And I want to make a joke like, and it's all because Doc just decided to message a minor, but like, really, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Like I said, that was 5-6 months ago. They were already through the 11.1 million. In my opinion, they blew through that money. And so when I look around and I see all of these extravagant events, the video editing, the production value, and I'm looking at the game itself and I'm like, yeah, that was the biggest lacking point to this entire setup. It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Were we scammed? I think somebody could look at this entire production from Midnight Society and make a case for it. Huge events, flying and paying content creators to attend these events, to play. The marketing budgets were blown way out of fucking proportion. But at the end of the day, it's yet another crypto project that some will say rug pulled and ran away with millions of dollars. Some will say was completely mismanaged. For me, it's just another day at the office when it comes to crypto and NFT projects. So there we go. Earth 2. You're up next. My name is Big Fry. Stop buying crypto game projects. They all end up in the same place, the goddamn graveyard. Stop being stupid with your money. Instead, take one of those money dollars and put it towards becoming a member. For only 99 cents a month, you can support the channel directly, and I don't have to fly a bunch of content creators out to play a car game for you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.